If you're struggling with hot flashes, brain fog, stubborn weight gain, or exhaustion, you might be missing the real cause behind your menopause symptoms. Most people think that menopause is just about the hormone loss. But what if I told you there's a hidden culprit making everything worse? Stay with me because in this video I will reveal what it is and how to fix it fast. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Magdalena, I am biologist and menopause coach, and I help women reach and maintain healthy weight, relieve menopause symptoms, boost energy, and prevent diseases along the way. So, what is the real issue behind so many menopause symptoms? It's a chronic inflammation. And that's something most people don't realize. Inflammation plays a major role in menopause symptoms. How it works? So inflammation is the body's natural response to injury, infection, or toxins, aiding healing. Acute inflammation, like swelling after an injury, is beneficial, but when inflammation lingers for a long time, the body enters a state of chronic inflammation. It can harm the body, contributing to disease like cancer, heart disease, diabetes, arthritis, and dementia. It also accelerates aging. Chronic inflammation also affects weight by causing insulin resistance, leading to high blood sugar and fat accumulation. Excess fat, in turn, fuels more inflammation, creating a vicious cycle. Also, because estrogen and progesterone have anti-inflammatory effect, their decline also leads to increased inflammation. But when we see how women in some other parts of the world go through menopause, it becomes clear that menopause symptoms are not inevitable. For example, many women in Kauai, Papua New Guinea, Native American and Indian cultures experience menopause without symptoms. In Japan, only 15% of women report hot flashes, compared to 85% in Europe and America. Their diet, rich in phytoestrogens from soy and flavonoids from vegetables, may play a role. Women with fewer symptoms eat traditional, less inflammatory diets. Why does it matter? Because inflammatory diet is the biggest contributor to chronic inflammation. It's a key factor in the worsening of menopause symptoms. And when we add the pro-inflammatory diet to the already pro-inflammatory effect of estrogen and progesterone decline, it results in symptoms such as hot flashes, night sweats, aching joints, weight gain, brain fog, etc. The good news? You can reduce inflammation quickly with the right strategy. To significantly reduce inflammation and with it hot flashes and other menopause symptoms, we need to eat an anti-inflammatory diet. This is the most effective way to lower inflammation. And which diet has the most anti-inflammatory effect? It's a whole food plant-based diet. A whole food simply means a food with nothing bad added and nothing good taken away. They are whole, unrefined, or minimally refined fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, nuts, and seeds. As processed and fried foods and refined carbohydrates like sugar and white flour are highly inflammatory and energy-draining foods. But why plant-based? It's because whole plant foods are high in anti-inflammatory compounds, like fiber and antioxidants that help body heal and reduce inflammation. But is it just these anti-inflammatory components that make a diet high in whole plant foods anti-inflammatory? Or is it also that animal products are pro-inflammatory, so eating fewer animal products means less inflammation? It's both. Whole plant foods are anti-inflammatory and most animal products are pro-inflammatory. So decreasing animal foods while increasing plant foods has a double benefit. It removes harmful pro-inflammatory compounds while allowing the anti-inflammatory plant compounds to reduce inflammation. But actually, what makes animal products pro-inflammatory? They contain high amounts of fat, a likely cause of inflammation. They are higher in toxins such as industrial pollutants, which can trigger inflammation, and animal products have a high bacterial load. Many bacteria produce toxins that get released when the bacterium dies. Animal products are a breeding ground for bacteria, and they pro-inflammatory bacterial toxins. Animal protein consumption results in increased permeability in the small intestine, leading to inflammation. So by choosing plants, we reduce the amount of bacteria, pollutants, and other pro-inflammatory components in our diet. And that way we can avoid the pro-inflammatory response that is so characteristic of animal-based foods. In fact, a single meal of meat, dairy, and eggs triggers an inflammatory reaction inside the body within hours of consumption, and a single hamburger can increase measures of inflammation by 70%. Plants, on the other hand, come naturally packed with high doses of anti-inflammatory compounds, including thousands of powerful antioxidants. The contrast between these two classes of food is dramatic, with plants having, on average, 64 times the antioxidant content of animal foods. This can help explain why switching to plant-based diet can help reduce inflammation within weeks. How fast exactly? Some studies show that inflammation can decrease significantly by up to 29% within just 3 weeks of switching to a plant-based diet. But how much this reduced inflammation helps with menopause symptoms? Studies show that a plant-based diet can reduce hot flashes by 88%. You can watch my video on how to reduce menopause symptoms with diet, which I will link in description. Now, if you are thinking, I don't like veggies, you are not alone, but the good news is that you don't have to go 100% plant-based to start reaping the health benefits of plant-based eating. And the more plant-based foods you will add to your diet, the more you will enjoy it, and your taste buds will crave different flavors. Over time, people who adopt a plant-based diet tend to say, I never knew how much I would like it. You can watch my video on how to go plant-based 3 easy steps for beginners, which I will also link in description. And to give you even more reasons to try eating more plant-based, it may also help prevent and even reverse some of our leading causes of death, including heart disease, cancer, stroke, Alzheimer's disease, type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, kidney failure, chronic liver disease, and many other leading killers. Also, a whole food plant-based diet works better for weight loss than anything else studied to date. Again, if you'd like to learn more, you can watch my video How to Lose Weight Effortlessly, Evidence-Based, which I will also link in the description. So, apart from animal products, other foods that contribute to inflammation are white flour products, fried foods, sugary snacks and drinks, snack foods like chips and crackers, trans fats like margarine, donuts, frozen pizza, vegetable oils, and processed foods, as they contain additives, MSG, and hidden sugars. To reduce inflammation, we need to try to cut these inflammatory foods out of our diet. So, eating an anti-inflammatory diet is the most powerful and effective way to reduce inflammation. But we can do even more by making simple lifestyle changes that will reduce inflammation even further. Reduce stress and lower cortisol. High stress leads to increased cortisol levels, which in turn increases inflammation. Here are some ways to reduce stress. Get active. Regular exercise is one of the best ways to reduce stress. Try deep breathing, yoga, or spending time in nature. Limit screen time and make time for hobbies. Take breaks to recharge, visit new places, or relax with friends. Cut down on alcohol, smoking, and caffeine. Avoid procrastination as it's linked to increased stress levels. Spend time with loved ones. And consider magnesium or adaptogens like ashwagandha. The next thing we can do to reduce inflammation is to move more. Move your body. Best anti-inflammatory workouts are strength training, preserves muscle and stabilizes blood sugar. Yoga or Pilates lowers stress hormones. Walking, one of the best for reducing inflammation. However, be careful with cardio. Too much cardio, especially at the high intensity or for extended periods, can spike cortisol levels in the body. Also, optimizing sleep helps reduce inflammation. Because sleep deprivation can increase inflammation, while good quality sleep can help reduce it. Establish a consistent sleep routine by going to bed and waking up at the same time daily. Create a cool, dark, and quiet sleep environment with comfortable bedding. Manage stress with reading, music, or gentle stretches. Limit screen time, turning off blue light devices an hour before bed. Avoid caffeine in the afternoon and evening. Avoid alcohol and nicotine at night. Exercise in late afternoon, but stop 90 minutes before sleep. Allow enough time to wind down. Eat magnesium-rich foods. And consider supplements like magnesium glycinate, valerian root, or chamomile tea. So now you know how inflammation fuels menopause symptoms. And as you can see, there is so much you can do to stop it. Comment below if you could eliminate just one menopause symptoms with what you've learned today, which would it be? And start with one change today, like removing one inflammatory food from your diet and replacing it with anti-inflammatory one. Some examples of the best anti-inflammatory foods are leafy greens like spinach, kale, berries, flaxseed and chia seeds, turmeric and ginger, walnuts and avocados, omega-3 from algae as a supplement. So, I hope you found this video helpful. Hit like and subscribe for more science-backed menopause solutions. Thank you for watching, have a lovely day, and I will see you in the next video.